What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Eric Taylor, Taylor 2 Coaching. Continuing my Pluto house series. This is Pluto through the third house, right? Tres. Like always, please like, share, subscribe, read the description down below. I see the plane. So, what is Pluto? You know. Pluto. This is the planet of power, obsession, control, transformation, transmutation, pain, trauma, crises, sex, money, right? Anything hidden and underground. Pluto is, Hades. So it's very mysterious, secrets, lies, right? Spies, FBI, CIA, secret societies. That's all the Pluto type stuff. So what's the third house? Well, third house, you're dealing with and seeing your communications, right? Your writing ability, your skills, kindergarten through 5th grade, elementary school, so growing up. It's your skills, your self-efforts. This is your siblings, right? Brother, sister, your cousins, your neighbors, your local community. Talking about, 50 miles or less, right? Cars, buses, trains, Ubers, scooters, skateboards, motorcycles, all that good stuff. You see that with the third house. It's also social media and your younger siblings. And then it also becomes later on the adult relationship with your mother. Okay? And for work, right? Because it's your skills and self-efforts, this is a very important house for jobs and career. Okay? And you see athletic ability here. Remember that word. Because I'm going to give you a couple of the famous people with Pluto in the third house. So you have Justin Timberlake, Angelina Jolie, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Zoe Saldana, Drake, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Okay? So that tells you a lot. With this placement, for most of you, growing up, there could have been some difficulties growing up in your family, with your siblings, in your neighborhood, with your, communication skills, how you learned in school, in elementary school. You might have gone through some pain or crises or traumas and not communicated so well, or not really been listened to or heard. You, depending on the sign, and hey, you could be Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn. Hey, if you're Pluto and Leo watching this, God bless you. I thank you and appreciate it. But this is a generational planet and energy. So people born around the same time, would have the same Pluto sign. But in terms of the house placement, it can be any generation. Okay? And Pluto is the soul itself, the soul psyche. So here you're seeing and dealing with a lot of a lot of energy around what is your soul trying to achieve and learn in this lifetime and heal from, right? Because what Pluto's asking you is to surrender, learn how to trust, to let go and let God, have faith or trust your communication skills and learning ability. Trust in your self-efforts, the hard work you put in to develop your skills. Trust in your mom as you grow up. Trust in your cousins and your friends, on social media and your siblings. But this can also create a lot of obsession, power struggles, fights, arguments, control issues with your siblings, your friends, your younger siblings, your cousins, the kids in your neighborhood. You could be the bully, or you could get bullied in elementary school. You might not have teachers listen to you. You could, unfortunately, have an experience where you get sexually abused. Now, you might need to see other placements here, but this can happen. You like to dig deep and investigate. So when you got Pluto in the third house, you're focused on power and money and sexual dynamics. You don't want to have no silly small talk. You want to dig deep and be like, let's get to the truth. You could have been that kid that was always asking a ton of questions, and you knew mom and dad weren't giving you the right answers. You were like, nah, you wanted more, and you were probably from a generation where you couldn't find more necessarily. Now you got Pluto, Sag, or Pluto Capricorn watching this, when you were like growing up, you just go right to, Google, go to the internet, go to YouTube, and figure out things on your own. This is social media. These people can be obsessed with power. They can be sex symbols, very sexy. They can be very much focused on that dynamic of death and rebirth, right? Money, power, and sex. Is you eating right? Money, power, sex. Is you living right? You could see that. I hope the one thing that you guys will learn to do is realize your power comes from your skills and communications and your abilities when you really have that faith, but you also learn to let go and let God, and not try to control people. You can't control your siblings. You can't control how your mom sees you. You can't control how people see you on social media. You can't control your cousins or your friends around your neighborhood. So you kind of have to get to a place where you like put your hands up and you're like, hey, it's all good. I got faith. I know that I can manifest. I know that I can, do the Plutonian thing and just be true to yourself. Learn to communicate and trust yourself. That's where a lot of the power comes from these people. Whether it's Jolie or Drake or Jordan, you had to see, or you wouldn't know, but you see them in the limelight, but you can sense that there's some sort of power and pain and that pendulum swing that they all went through in their lives. And so have you. You can communicate and manifest things without obsessing about it and without trying to control it. You actually will have more power and more control and more manifesting ability when you kind of just like let it flow like water. Do you know what I mean? So that can help you with gaining power, your communication skills being like so focused on truth and trust and digging deep and getting to the heart of things. Because this is very much about the exchange of ideas and having that open mind and communicating and being able to be on the go and relate, you know what I mean? And you see the self-efforts. These people are not saying that they didn't have help, but you know, for you and anyone, whether they're famous or not, you've got to kind of do it on your own. When no one's watching, you have to put in the work. In this lifetime, you have got to develop the skills and have that higher faith, because that's what's going to heal your soul and the soul psyche. You have the control. So control you. Don't try to control others. Control you. Work on your skills. Work on your communication. Work on your acting or athletic or cooking or whatever abilities and skills you have. Develop them. Put in that work. And the world is your oyster. I mean, Pluto in the third house is very powerful. Any generation, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, you know. Now, don't have sex with your siblings or your cousins, aight? But I'm just saying, you know, like, this is, it's deep. And you're going to transform through life. Who you were, you know, at 11 is going to be different at 24, different at 44. But you'll go through that metamorphosis, right, of the scorpion to the phoenix rising to the eagle soaring. Just allow yourself to grow. Don't just investigate others, be introspective to yourself, right? Learn and know thyself. That's what's really going to help you here with this placement. Because you have this. You can make people obsess about you. You can make the world obsess about you. Ask Jordan, Drake, and Jolie. You're very charming and magnetic. You have a power that comes from within. It's very magical. So I just advise you that you're going to go through trauma and pain and crises, and the sign will kind of tell you more of the story of your assignment, right, of what you could go through, but then how you kind of transmutate and heal from it. You know, Libra relationships, Virgo with, you know, being critical and analytical and you know, self-sabotaging. Scorpio with, you know, power and sex and obsessing and controlling and you know, getting maybe materialistic. Sag with beliefs and arrogance and intelligence and all these different things. Capricorn with pressures on achievement and status and initiating and trying to be the best or the wealthiest. Pluto, third house. You got this. You got the power. Also, just be careful on social media. And the more that you write, I'm acting like I'm lefty, right? The more that you write, the right shoulder's still hurting. It can help you too. It brings you and gives you a clarity and a freedom. Got a lot of love for you guys. This Pluto House series is going to be fun. And, you know, it's been a deep day. I'm recording this on the 25th. Getting ready to watch my Tar Heels play. And my father was born today. He would have been 90 years old today. So, R.I.P. Love you, Dad. Rest in power. I want you guys to make sure that there is some honoring of your childhood and your parents, but you know, your mother. This is the adult relationship with your mom. Fourth house, we'll get to it, your mom, but this is, you know, about trying to not control your younger siblings, not controlling your siblings or cousins, not manipulating them or manipulating anyone with communications, creating fear, right? You don't want to control or try to gain power over others. That can backfire on you. So, surrender, let go, let God, trust. Have faith, and then you can see the blessings of the third house unlock and what will be pleasing to your soul and for your soul in this lifetime. And you need to know all the other placements. That's why you hit your boy up, tailoredtocoaching@gmail.com. Get the birth chart done, you know, because what if you've got Mars here? Or what if you've got Pluto with Venus? Or Pluto conjunct Sun? Or Pluto squaring the moon, you know what I mean? That flavors this energy and anything that's hitting this planet, right? Opposing it in the 9th house. Or, you know, or even trining it in the 7th or the 11th. This could be affecting, you know, your marriage or your friend circles, you know? Causing issues with your work schedule, daily routine, and health. There's a lot to know. Astrology is that intricate, that detailed. All right, Pluto in the third house. So thank you for watching. And yeah, just then. Hope you enjoy this Pluto series, and don't be getting caught up in like some Snapchat sex talk and stuff on social media. Be careful. All right, Pluto, third house. Stay out of your neighbor's business. Make sure they stay out of yours. All right. Pluto in the third house. Peace. Eric Taylor, Taylor to You Coaching.